Ocala's information station, 1370 WOCA.
Ocala.
All right, 5 minutes after 11 o'clock. Thank you for tuning in. If you love your radio, thank you for using it and having it tuned to WOCA. And I know that you know how important your hearing is because you love your radio. We've had quite a few people, actually, that have told us that they have been helped with hearing aids in order to hear what we do. We've had guests who came into the studio. We have headphones here in the studio, so the headphones often do the job that the hearing aid doesn't do. But of course, you can't walk around with headphones all the time. So, whoever we thank for the invention of hearing aids definitely gets our thanks. Adnan Shennib is on the phone. He's the president of iHear Medical. If you're looking at the streaming video right now, you'll see their logo, iHear. He's talking to us about some hearing aids, and these ones I think are specifically designed for women. And I think Tish is using some of them.
Yes, she is. Tish is. It's very, very generous of the doctor to give her those hearing aids.
Dr. Adnan Shennib, good morning, and I have to apologize if I'm saying your name wrong. Good morning, sir.
Good morning. How are you today?
I'm okay. And where are you? Where are you calling from, or where are we calling?
We're based here in Silicon Valley, California.
Oh my gosh, you're way out there. Okay, and
yes.
and tell me, how am I pronouncing your name okay?
Perfectly.
Okay, now that we got that out of the way, so tell me, what is the difference between a hearing aid for a man and a hearing aid for a woman?
Well, women have generally smaller ears and more sensitive to touch and pressure. And they have a relatively much smaller ear canal. So we found out that with our previous hearing aids weren't quite fitting very well for women. So we designed a hearing aid specifically for women's ear. And also we discovered that the sound processing for women needs to be different. So we also worked on the microscopic level to make sure that the sound is different for women as well.
Wow, that's pretty fascinating. So it sounds like diagnosing a hearing aid need is really similar to diagnosing an eyeglass need. You have to kind of figure out each patient and what their needs are.
Absolutely, and that's why we design and we have the first and only FDA-approved hearing test, the home hearing test that you can plug into your computer and go through a 5-minute process, and it will give you a pretty good idea about your hearing profile in minutes.
Wow. So you do it on your computer?
Yes, you do it on your computer. Right now it works on PC and Mac, and we're also working on a smartphone version of that.
So are you playing like different tones that are different pitches that some I probably can't hear?
Yes, yes, exactly. It plays different pitches and at different levels, and from that we have the data online, and we can actually program the hearing device before we ship it to you based on the hearing test results.
Oh, wow.
When the hearing device is inserted in the ear, does the ear itself sometimes reject a particular device and then you have to send something else?
Not in this case. The hearing aid comes with about 5 or 6 different fittings. They're called ear tips, and it comes from comes with a extra small ear tip all the way to a large ear tip. So it would take the consumer really few minutes to figure out which tip fits best for them.
And so when a person is out in a crowd and they are wearing this device, are they able to adjust it for the specific noise level of the crowd, like if you're at a concert or at an art museum?
Yes, if we have the test information, whether from our hearing test or if you send audiogram data, audiogram report, we will customize the hearing device for you to be able to work in a variety of environments, including noisy restaurant environments.
And you have the one called the EVA.
Yes, the EVA is the one that's specifically designed for women.
Can I ask a question about, I don't know if I'm saying the right way of saying this, but 3D sound? Like, for example, how do I know when a sound is coming from behind me? Is that the shape of the ear that does that? How do I know that stuff?
Yeah, localization is very, very important, and the ear really has magical properties that allow you to localize where sound is coming from, and that is tremendously helpful in discriminating the signal of interest in a noisy condition. So if you lose the localization, you lose the ability to pick up signal in a noisy condition.
So that's the one thing that headphones cannot recreate. I wear headphones to do this show. I'm wearing them right now. And if somebody is in the room talking to me on a microphone, I have no idea where in the room they actually are. Unless I'm looking. I quite often will have a guest, several guests, and one of them will talk. And I'm not sure which one talked because I can't really, with the headphones on, you can't tell where it's coming from. Do hearing aids have that same effect? Like if I had, or do they not because you still have the outer ear channeling the sound?
To some extent, we try very hard to restore the natural acoustics of the ear when we design hearing devices. So absolutely, we restore it, and that's why you need to really wear two hearing devices, because one of them alone will tend to destroy the localization ability. So you would need really two of them, and that should pretty much help you restore the natural ear acoustics.
Sometimes people are in denial that they really do need hearing aids. How do you yourself personally try to persuade them that this is the best route for them to go?
Yeah, you're absolutely right. Denial is a major factor, and there's also resistance to wearing something that's highly visible, and I think people get very surprised when they wear the iHear devices. We specialize in really very small form factors. We specialize in visible hearing devices. So when people wear the EVA or the Max or the HD, which goes inside the ear, you really can't tell you're wearing a hearing device, and most people cannot tell. So that really removes a major barrier, which is the stigma factor.
And what kind of maintenance is involved in keeping this top-notch?
Very, very little maintenance. You have to change the battery every 10 to 12 days. And the ear tip, which goes in the ear, may get soiled with earwax after a month or two. Excuse me. And you just have to really replace it every month. And we also can help customers by mail and by phone and by chat. We're very well connected online.
One of the things I wanted to mention to the listeners is that one of the ladies who works here is actually using your hearing aids, and it made a huge difference for her. So I'm saying that. Well, first of all, to tell you thank you, but also to let the listeners know that, a lot of times we speak to people who have a product or a service to offer, and there's no way for us to know anything other than the fact that it exists. In this case, we can tell you that it's really changed her life for the better. Can I ask you, Doctor? I heard the conversation you were having with Robin before we went on the air, and I was thinking that maybe we were catching you at a bad time. If you can stay with us, we would love that. Otherwise, we'll take a break. But if you have to go, we'll understand that too. But I want to make sure we give out the website and a way for people to order or learn more about the hearing aids also.
Absolutely. I'd be happy to be on standby.
Okay, excellent. All right. So let me give the website. It's ihearmedical.com. I'm on the site right now, and since I'm on the site, I have some questions about that. And since Dr. Shennib is going to stay with us, we will take a little break and be right back.
The weather is brought to you by myfwc.com. Safe boating is no accident. Gorgeous day today, sunny to partly cloudy and a high of 77 to 79, and a few clouds tonight with lows of 56 to 68. Now tomorrow we'll have some sun followed by clouds. We'll get some showers and thunderstorms in the afternoon. The high 79 to 83. Looks like a shower to Sunday, especially in the morning. Otherwise cloudy, breezy, and cooler with highs upper 60s to low 70s. From the Florida Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Maggie Johnson.
Hey, Matt, I know Sunrise Automotive does auto stuff, but I need some tires for my truck. Can you recommend someone?
Yes, I can. We do that.
No, I mean, I need them installed and balanced and all that.
Yep, we do that.
Well, my son needed his windows tinted.
Yep, we do that.
I need my seat replaced.
Yep, we do that too.
I need a new roof line, a new spoiler, and a new trunk.
Yep, we can even do that too.
Okay, I get it. I suppose you can also do a radio show too.
Well, as a matter of fact, join me, Matt Gibbs from Sunrise Automotive, every Tuesday at 10 for auto repair with personal care right here on The Source.
Robert, how do you like my design?
You're designing a box?
That's not a box. It's a doghouse.
Rough draft for your rough? Sounds like you need personal service.
I do?
Yes, to print the blueprints. See Mark at the Personal Service Center. He can print blueprints, notarize permit applications, print and mail out invoices, and even provide great-looking business cards.
Personal Service Center. That's the one on the corner of Northeast 25th Avenue and 24th Street, right?
Just look for the yellow signs. Your pedigree palace will be a reality in no time.
All right, Dr. Adnan Shennib is on the phone. He's the president of I Hear Medical. I would encourage you, if you or somebody you know needs hearing aids or thinks you might need hearing aids or somebody you love might need hearing aid, the website is ihearmedical.com. I can encourage you with confidence because Tish Muller, everybody knows Tish. She's been here at this radio station for 40 years or more, and she's been using them lately. Maybe hanging around radio this long damages your hearing. I don't know. You know, doctor, I wanted to tell you something real quick before we get back on track. Robert and I volunteer with a nonprofit called the Children's Craniofacial Association. And these children are born with facial deformities that are usually skeletal in nature. And some of them have hearing problems that are caused by the skeletal deformations. Hopefully you're familiar with this already. We were with a young mom, when she had her baby first fitted with hearing aids. Mm-hmm. And you could tell right away that the baby could suddenly hear. And, of course, the mom and the dad, they're crying like babies.
Yeah.
You know,
so
but it was so touching. It was so touching, right? I mean, have you seen this?
Not this particular episode, but I see people hearing, for the first time in 20 years or 25 years after they lost their hearing, and wow. it is a moving experience.
Wow, it's a miracle, really. And if we were to compare the hearing aids of today, like the ones you sell, compared to like 30 years ago or whatever, I'm guessing there's a huge difference, not just in the way they look, but in the way they process sound.
Yes, absolutely. There has been a tremendous improvement, and a lot of people don't know that. They still think that hearing aids are noisy and they don't really help as much as advertised. But there's been really a tremendous technological breakthroughs in terms of not just miniaturization, but also in terms of sound quality, in terms of noise suppression, in terms of selective sound processing, so you can really hear what you want to hear and not all the noise and the ambient background that could be very annoying. So yes, there's been tremendous improvements, and people really should try it out. Most hearing aids are available with 30 days money-back guarantee, and really have very little to lose to find out how it can improve your life.
Does elevation affect the hearing aids at all? Like when you're taking off in a plane and you're climbing, is everything still comfortable when you get up to that certain elevation?
Absolutely, there's really no consequence of elevation because hearing aids are generally vented technology, so air can go through them. So it should be just fine.
Oh, nice.
What should we know about the test that's available on the website? Should we be worried if there are certain levels of sound that we can't hear, or are for our age, or are certain things normal? What should we know?
Yeah, that's a very good question. I mean, hearing losses can be detected very easily and can be profiled. And what we do here is we find out your basic hearing abilities, and if there are any alarming signs, we would refer you to a hearing professional for a more complete evaluation. So I think having that first step in finding out, where do you stand on your hearing ability is very important.
If the EVA isn't just exactly right for some women, if they're larger in nature, built like a man, are they going to be just as comfortable for the woman?
Oh, absolutely. It's designed to deal with a very small ear canal, but it doesn't mean that it would not fit larger ears. And we do have extensive professional support available to really help consumers customize the hearing device. We can even program your hearing aid remotely. So we have that special feature. We're very web-centric technology. So you can really connect with our online platform, and we can fine-tune your hearing device beyond what you can do by yourself.
I love the fact that a person can have that one-on-one conversation.
Yeah, we find that to be really, really important, and we do have licensed hearing professionals available to help you.
The hearing aids on your website seem to be very affordable. I don't know if you want to talk cost, but I think our listeners would like to know this. I used to work at an assisted living facility, and I would bring the older folks to get their hearing aids, etc. And I know they were, I'm going to say, over $1,000, and this was 15 years ago. It looks like yours are, like I'm looking at one now, $399 for the iHear HD.
Right, yeah. I mean, all of our hearing devices are $399.
They all are.
Whether the EVA or the Max or the HD. And we save consumers a lot of money, mainly because we deal directly. We are the manufacturer. We make the hearing aids here in the USA, and we sell it directly to the consumer. And that really creates sort of an 80% savings factor.
Listen to this. I want to read something to the listeners from your website. The iHear HD is the world's first high-quality invisible hearing aid that allows you to program settings at home the size and weight of a kidney bean.
Oh my gosh!
Wow!
Oh my gosh!
That is amazing.
Wow!
How do you get it out? I mean, once you put it in.
Well, it doesn't go that far in.
Okay.
So it goes in just enough and safely into an area where you really can't see it anymore. But you can. There's a little handle where you can grab it and remove it.
Were there problems back in the day about over-the-counter hearing aids? Because we learned about the Over-the-Counter Hearing Aid Act of 2017.
Yeah, we've been really pushing for more accessible and more affordable hearing aids for the past 7 years, and we're glad to see the Hearing Aid Act pass just very recently, and I think that's going to create a tremendous opportunity for consumers to access something that is really more affordable in the near future. But we do have the iHear products available right now, immediately available for at a tremendous savings.
It's really great that you are a pioneer in this industry, sir, and that you do follow through with the legislation needed for caring and concern for the consumer.
Yes, I mean, we have been developing hearing aids for over 25 years, and unfortunately what we have developed in the past, even though it has been great technology and very beneficial to millions of people, but we found out that the vast majority really could not afford it. So when you go out and shop for advanced hearing technology today, you pay an average of about $2,400 each, and most people need a pair. So we created technology that was not affordable, and at iHear we challenge ourselves to create a new paradigm where it is high quality, programmable, adjustable, but also very affordable as well.
Dr. Shennib, we have a text message asking us to ask you if the hearing aid can help with tinnitus.
Approximately 65-67% of tinnitus cases can be helped with the use of hearing aid with amplification. It basically you get to amplify the sounds around you to the point where you really can't hear the tinnitus and you forget about the tinnitus. We cannot guarantee that happens for everyone, because there are certain tinnitus cases that are very severe that you really need to go and have a professional evaluate and treat. So I would say in 2/3 of the cases, yes, we can help.
By the way, thank you for correcting my pronunciation. As soon as I said tinnitus, I had 3 people text me, you said it wrong. So it's tinnitus. Okay, I'm sorry, I didn't realize that.
We had the privilege of going through a class that tried to show the people what the people with dementia hear, and it was just all garbly and everything. If a person feels that their hearing is going and then they do get the hearing aids, will that slow down the onset of dementia?
Well, there have been studies recently, very, very important pivotal studies that shows the link between hearing loss and dementia. And when you really think about it, it does make sense. When you stop hearing sounds and hearing speech and hearing information on a continuous basis for years, your brain really loses the plasticity, the processing ability, and that could cause or contribute at least to dementia. So having your brain active and constantly listening and processing information, it would at least slow down the dementia process.
Again, the website that you can find a lot of this information on is iHearMedical.com. I found the iHear store is why I was saying that. iHearMedical.com, where you can find the iHear store and check out some of the specs on the EVA, the iHear Max, the iHear HD, and also take the test at home. Do you require any special equipment to take the test at home?
Not really. Just Windows PC or a Mac would do. And by the way, when you get the iHear test and later you decide to buy the hearing aids from iHear, you will get fully reimbursed for the cost of the hearing test.
Oh my!
Here's a good piece of information that I just recently found out. We put all of these interviews up on YouTube, and YouTube has a link on it. And please, I'm saying this for the listeners to share this. The YouTube does something where it puts everything we say in text. In other words, they transcribe what we're saying. So for the person who's really not able to comfortably listen to an interview like this, they will be able to read it. I don't even know how they do it. I guess they got some kind of a technology, and
I guess so.
And they're going to watch. They'll type blah 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 right there. You're going to say, what the heck was that? No, I'm teasing. Dr. Adnan, thank you. Robin told me you just got back from China. Holy mackerel! That's all. How long is that flight?
It's about depends on what part of China, 12 to 14 hours, and we intend to be. We intend to be a U.S. manufacturer that sells in China, so we're excited about that.
Wow, that is exciting. Thank you for what you're doing. Thank you for helping out one of our beloved coworkers here who now can hear better. And everybody else, just go to iHearMedical.com and you'll see what we're talking about. Dr. Adnan Shennib, thank you for taking time out of your day today, and have a great weekend.
Thank you so much.
All right, we will be right back.
Here's your 30-second news brief. Florida's Department of Transportation Secretary is defending their decision not to turn Interstate 75 into a one-way road headed north during the evacuation from Hurricane Irma. U.S. Highway 441 is now open through Paynes Prairie after being closed